The infield, we are locked and loaded for this, the first race of the evening. It will be the Hornby Liquor Centre modified sprint, and of course the Hornby Liquor Centre, good time of the year just to make sure you've got a couple of bottles of bubbly and so on in the fridge in case you've got some guests that rock on in. So here we go, we're about to go green in this, the first race of the evening. Here we go, folks. Green flag about to fly. It's race time, and what a dirty old start that one was. They were all over the shop. Down the back straight they go. And Clayton Phillips in the 14 car leading the way. Sorry, no, it's Ben Gilmore in the 83. Hasn't raced all season long. So Gilmore leads the way, then we go back to the 23 car of Glenn Johnson from Dunedin. Courtney Jones sitting nicely there in third, and then behind her is the 14 car of Clayton Phillips. Kate Warren, first outing for a couple of 3 seasons, sitting there nicely in the 5th position in that white 42 car. Gilmore making a good run of it. Oh, we got one gets little sideways on. Causes some carnage over the back straight there. That was Courtney Jones. Just got a little bit knotted up in that one. Collected by the 14 of Clayton Phillips.
So a little bit of carnage there in the modified sprints early on. Of course, this is the King of the South series that the modified sprints are racing for, and they have been broken into heats here. So still a fair few modified sprints to take the track. And just watching the clerk of the course, looking at the CJ Phillips sponsored car. Hopefully he can get a restart, but good to see the good field of modifieds racing tonight, AJ.
Yeah, it is, and the drivers from down south have responded in numbers too, haven't they? Of course, Jaden Fraser, who's pulled up at the start-finish line in that 36i, always very impressive here at Ruapuna. The 11 car of Courtney Jones, front wing, held on but by a thread. Not sure that they going to let her continue with that. You can see that the wing plate is actually pulled away from the struts, so that's probably Courtney's Coomera cooked in the Brian contracting machine. Double file restart, and Ben Gilmore in that 83 car has the inside running.
And for those that were watching, Benny Gilmore got off to a great start. He got to the first corner in front of everybody else. So Benny's a part-time driver at best, but he's bought himself out of retirement, and he's going to take on the King of the South. So let's see how he goes in the next restart, and he's certainly one of the favoured runners. And the 42C of Kate Warren, good to see Kate Warren back at the track. She used to be our fastest lady on dirt, and she's the partner of Tom Lumsden, and she's certainly a flyer. Watch out for that white car, the 42C modified sprint.
Yeah, it's going to be on for young and old, isn't it? Harry McIntyre in that 47 car. One of those guys just gets better and better as the season goes on. Send them away again. Gilmore, Johnson, and the 42 of Kate Warren. Quite an accomplishment, really, isn't it, when you think that Gilmore and Warren have both been out of the seat for quite some time. But Kate Warren, she is just as smooth as silk. Made the run up the inside there. Good old battle going on there with Glenn Johnson in that 23 car. Johnson just going to try and hustle Kate across the racetrack. I tell you what, boy, I hope you know what you're in for, because Kate, she's a really feisty wee contender. Matt Davison in the 15 car, he's starting to come into contention as well, as that 83 car of Ben Gilmore leads the way. Yellow out again.
Well, I tell you what, folks, if you're watching Kate Warren, man, does she fight hard. And it was Johnson that had to contend with her going into that second or third lap corner. And, wow, the racing's pretty fierce here tonight. I can see that everybody's up for this King of the South series that starts at Ruapuna tonight and continues down through the lower parts of the South Island. So, Ben Gilmore, good to see him in great form here at Ruapuna Speedway. He is the 6-time champion of the Clay Cup, and he's showing us what he's all made about.
Right, just circulating around. They'll get these guys sorted out nice and quickly. Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway. Hey, if you're in the live stream, we do welcome you. We know there's plenty of interest from the USA and a good number of streamers from over there. And, well, if you missed the time trials, Joel Myers Jr. set quick time. At this stage, he's got his hand on the envelope of cash from OEM Car Audio for the fastest lap of the night. Let's send them away. 5 more laps to go, modified sprint action. And it's Gilmore, Kate Warren, Glenn Johnson. She's all hustle and bustle a little further back in 4th spot. We've got the CJ Phillips construction car driven by the man himself, Clayton Phillips, and the 47, Harry McIntyre. Lost the 15 car of Matt Davison to the infield. Lap starting to count down quickly. Jaden Fraser in the 36 car muscled his way up into the top 6. And here comes a move at the front of the field. It's Ben Gilmore up high. Kate Warren down low. Kate slides through the inside there. Boy, she's got the ears pinned back. That first race in a number of seasons. And oh boy, what a move on big bad Benny Gilmore. He'll be smoking about that one. White flag out, just one more lap to go. It's Kate Warren. Down the back straight past the Value Cars Warehouse Grandstand through Stadium Finance. Prison Bend corner, checkered flag time. What a great win for Kate Warren. Second place is Ben Gilmore. Third is the 23D of Glenn Johnson. Then we go to Harry McIntyre and the 36 of Jaden Fraser. That was modified sprint action, first race of the night. Hornby Liquor Centre for all your beer and spirits. Go and see them, 64 Carmen Road in Hornby. Here's Shane Cornelius in car 92, starting from 1, Harry McIntyre in the 47 from 2, Coxey, the 5 from 3, and Ewan Stewart in the 42D from 4. Brett Booth in the 34 from 5, Kate Warren in the 42 from 6, Shay McKenzie in the 16D from 7, from Grid 8, Clayton Phillips in the 14, Liam Astle in the 8 from 9, Glenn Johnston in the 23 from 10, Neil Carey 32 from 11, Brendan Hopkins 94-12, Job Quintock in the 13 from the back of the field, and it's race time, modified sprints, and Harry McIntyre got a blitzer of a start, didn't he, in this, the second of the modified sprint races for the evening. And Coxey's got the elbows up in the 5 car. Harry all but stalls, just got sideways on. Yeah, they're going to have another go at each other. That will bring out the yellow. Poor old Coxey, Harry McIntyre just got sideways on in front of him. And Dean Carr has just stalled going down the back straight. That's Shay McKenzie, so we're going to go sort of green, sort of yellow very, very quickly. The car being driven by Kate Warren, as you say, it's got a lot of mileage on it. And Tom Lumsden, I'm pretty sure that's the car that Tom took over to Australia, and they competed in the Australian Litre Sprint Car Championship, and he finished second in that.
He was an absolute sensation. The Litre Sprints in Australia, as you probably know, AJ, are car engines up to 1,500 cc's. And Tom Lumsden took his motorcycle engine over there, and they couldn't believe how fast this thing went. So a long time ago now for Tom. He was just a young buck. He's a married man now with a couple of kiddies, and certainly the pedigree of racing in that family is pretty good. We hope to see their young kids coming through the quarters at some stage.
Rightio, let's see whether we can get this one away. We've got one lap in the books, 9 more to go. Kate Warren on the inside. On the outside, it's Ewan Stewart in the 42D car. The big run around the top from the 23 machine. That's being driven by Glenn Johnson out of Dunedin. He's really getting into it. These southern boys, they certainly fire it up, don't they? So it's Kate Warren leading the way, Brett Booth in second, the 42 sitting there in third of Ewan Stewart, and 23 Glenn Johnson in fourth, 8 Liam Astle in fifth. And you've got to say that the big battle is just about to be waged. Notice how Kate, she just sort of drives around those corners. There's nothing spectacular about it. It's just outright speed down the straight, stay as tight as she can to the pole line, and she's got her hands full with a big battle here with Brett Booth. Old Boothie, he's like a dog with a bone, isn't he? He's just trying so hard. He's gone around the top, because I tell you what, you've got to be lucky if you can make the low move on Kate Warren, because she just sticks to the concrete pole line, and everyone else has to do the hard yards. And look at it, boy, she's just setting a cracking pace at the front of the field. 15.416, her fastest lap time. Brett Booth hanging on to that second position, just about right the rest of them off. Glenn Johnson in the 23D car hanging on to that third spot from Stewart in fourth, and Liam Astle there in fifth spot. They're all having their little bit of fun towards the back of the field. Two southern boys create a bit of an opportunity for Astle to move up a slot, so Liam Astle now sitting there in third. Be 2 laps to go next time across the NPD 100% fuels start-finish line for Kate Warren. Hard to believe she hasn't raced for like 3 seasons, and what a winning return. Boothie throwing up the smoke screen. White flag comes out. Kate Warren, just 1 more lap to go here. Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway. Brett Booth, the KH fabrication car, tried hard, but came up short. And this will be Kate Warren taking out the second modified sprint race of the evening, surely guaranteeing her a front row start in the feature race. Brett Booth finished in second, Liam Astle in third, and another one of the KH fabrication cars. And then in fourth spot, we've got Glenn Johnson rounding out. Here we go, 10 laps the distance, modified sprint action. And Liam Astle bringing the field around to the white chalk line. It's hammer time. And the door was left wide open down low, and it's Jaden Fraser in the 36 car out of Invercargill who got an absolute pearler of a start. In second place, we look back in the 16D of Shay McKenzie. It's actually Astle in second, McKenzie in third. Former stock car driver, good kid too, and he really gets in there and he muscles it up with them. Ben Gilmore, the 83, sitting there in fourth spot. And then behind him is Brett Booth. Boothie trying to hurry him along. Jaden Fraser leads the way in this, the third heat race. Got one car struggling to get onto the infield. Looks like that could be the 35 of Dave Clearwater. His race is run as the laps count down super quick, which is super good for us all. So Jaden Fraser, Liam Astle going to come back for another crack at him in the 8 car. Shay McKenzie sitting there in third, but Brett Booth starting to sneak closer and closer to him. Ben Gilmore sitting back there in that 5th spot. Line he's taking, he'll have a dose of pulpy kidney by the end of the night. No doubt about our race leader, Jaden Fraser. Oh, one we got a Tommy tip over down here.
Avon Insurance modified sprint, and he'll certainly want to try and get the jump at the start.
Yeah, and brother Jaden Fraser outfoxed the whole lot of them. Brett Booth now elevated into that second spot. Astle caught napping a little, went back, but Courtney Jones, another benefactor of that one. That closed the field up somewhat, didn't it? And Courtney now in 5th spot in behind Ben Gilmore. Job Quintock in the 13 car continues his good form. Did have a run in a sprint car at Ellesmere, but looks pretty good in this modified sprint, doesn't he? Laps do rattle down very quickly once the modified sprints get going, and Liam Astle really applying some pressure onto the back of the Brett Booth car. Boothie sitting there in that 2nd spot. Jaden Fraser. Always impressive, this guy. Makes a big long trip up from Invercargill. And never disappoints one bit. In fact, he's thrown down more than the gauntlet to his opponents. So white flag will come out next time around. Jaden Fraser, Liam Astle back there in 3rd spot now, so he's going to have to do a little bit of work if he wants to get by Boothie, because Brett Booth comfortably in that 2nd spot. Jaden Fraser, the 36 car out of Invercargill, going to come round, take the checkered flag. In 2nd spot will be Brett Booth, and in 3rd we've got the 8 car of Liam Astle. Liam Astle will start, Kate Warren from 1, Brett Booth from 2, the 36 Jaden Fraser 3, and 83 Ben Gilmore 4, the 13C of Job Quintock. What an elevation for him. Grid 5, the 23 D car of Glenn Johnson will start from 6 from grid 7, the 47 D car, and that is of course down the bottom of the bit of paper, Ewan Stewart. Here we go, we're about to go green, ran out of time to give you the grids. Here we go, modified sprint feature time, and expect another old ding dong battle. Kate Warren in that 42 car leads him down past the Value Cars warehouse grandstand through Stadium Finance. This is a sort of car you actually just have to keep your foot right up it. They're a momentum class, and you have to get off the gas. You scrub off one heck of a lot of not only speed, but you lose a hell of a lot of ground too. Boothie, that's Brett Booth sitting there in that 2nd position, hanging on in there. Then we go back to Jaden Fraser. Liam Astle sitting there in 4th spot. Then we go back to 5th. And that will be Ben Gilmore. Harry McIntyre. Good to see Harry back on track in the 47 car. Look at them starting to gang up on Kate at the front of the field. So it's Kate Warren, Brett Booth, Jaden Fraser. If one of these guys is going to start really throwing caution to the wind, it's going to be Fraser. Not afraid to run up on the high line. Got the momentum, pulls up beside Kate Warren. Kate will stick to the pole line like doo-doo to a blanket. So Fraser's going to have to do it all again. He may just have to weigh up whether it's worth the effort. Kate just got a little sideways on, scrubbed off a bunch of speed, and Fraser's coming back for another lash at her. Oh, the job is not done yet. 6 laps. Fraser around the top side. Jaden Fraser takes over the lead. Modified sprint feature race. Kate Warren hanging on to 2nd spot. Then we go back to the 34 of Brett Booth. But perseverance paid off for our race leader, Jaden Fraser. From south of the border down Invercargill. And he's very much stretching the legs of that car. Kate Warren now back there in 2nd. The big battle going on there is for 3rd and 4th between Brett Booth and Liam Astle. Couple of stable mates there. And Liam Astle in his first season of racing is very much applying the blowtorch onto the tail of the vastly experienced Brett Booth. 2 laps to go next time across the line. Look at Jaden Fraser. He's now got an advantage the length of the straight here at the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Lodge, Ruapuna Speedway. He just ground Kate down. Kate Warren still in second. She'll be pretty chuffed about that. Brett Booth in third. Checkered flag's about to fly for our race winner. And he has gone across the line, the 36 car of Jaden Fraser. Kate Warren in second.